Hey, what's up guys, SuperFan here with another video for the SuperBlog. Today, I will be talking about my 10 nostalgia games. Before we begin, I want to say that City Folk won't be in the list since it's obviously one of my favorites and nostalgia games of all time. And for that, I want to give other games a chance to be in the list. So yeah, let's begin the countdown. Number 10. What's the first thing that comes in mind when you hear the word fast? Do you think of the fastest man alive? Fastest nail in history? Or how fast it took the Virtual Boy to get off the shelves in every game store? Ooh. Hey, can we cut that last part out? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm talking about none other than the fastest thing alive, Sonic the Hedgehog. No, not that hedgehog. The fast one. No, the blue one. You know, the one that's very cocky all the time? No! You know what? Just forget it. Let's just move on. Majority of the Sonic games are a big part of my life, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 takes the spot for number 10 in this list. I know that a lot of the Sonic fans will rather pick the second one over any other in the Sonic franchise. So why the third one? Well, not only was this game one of my favorites as a kid, it was also the first game that I ever played in my life, as far as I remember. Though I never did manage to beat this game as a kid, I did enjoy replaying the first zone over and over and over again. The farthest I managed to get in the game was the second zone's boss. I could never beat that guy. I just recently finally beat the game, which shows how much I've grown as a gamer. Sonic, 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 and Sonic. Try to guess how many times I said Sonic so far. Number 9. Now let's talk about a game that most of you won't recognize, and that's The Bouncer. Now let me tell you how I got this game. Back when GameStop was still selling GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox games in their shelves. You remember those days? Yeah, those were the days. But anyways, back to the story. So I was browsing through the game, and I saw this cover, and I was like, oh, it's that guy that wields keys and fights Disney villains. So I asked my big brother if we can get this game. It took a lot of convincing, or should I say annoyance. When we went back home to try out the game, I was actually really disappointed that I got the wrong one at first. The only reason why I kept playing the game was because once I got a new game, I was stuck with it until 1 or 2 months later. And I actually want to go in more in-depth detail about this in a future SuperBlog. This game took me hours upon more hours to beat. The only reason why it took so long to beat was because once you lost in-game, one time, you go back to the main menu. And from there, you can pick your file from your last save point. Here's the thing though, at the time, I didn't have a memory card. So every time I lost, I was sent to the beginning of the game. And let me tell you that this was very frustrating, because a lot of the bosses in the game are very hard. At least the last time I played it. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this game. And after a lot of convincing, I finally got my own memory card. Since my brother didn't let me use his, and let me tell you that it was a nice feeling to finally be able to save in this game. And also that feeling of beating a game that you spend countless hours into is just a very awesome feeling to feel every now and then. Number 8. Mario. It's either you know him or you definitely know him. Because nowadays, everyone knows who Mario is. People who don't like Nintendo know Mario. Your parents most likely know who he is. Even people who don't even play games know him. So why is he so famous? I don't know, don't ask me. I'm just some guy who makes videos for fun. But I can tell you that he is well known for jumping on turtles to go save a princess from an even bigger turtle, dragon thing, I don't know. But when he isn't going to adventures to save some princess, he's either playing golf, tennis, fighting, racing, and partying with his buddies. Now I'm talking about Mario Party, the 6th one to be more precise. Why the 6th one, you might be asking yourself? Maybe, maybe not, who knows, I'm not a mind reader. But the 6th Mario Party holds a special spot in my heart from the rest of them, since it was the first Mario Party game that I've ever played, and also the first game that was truly mine. Nobody else's, just mine. Though I didn't have many, or should I say, no friends who enjoyed playing Nintendo games, that goes for all my siblings as well. That didn't stop me from enjoying the game, though this game is at its fullest of enjoyment when you have more people around to play it. It's still pretty fun playing with just CPUs. And when I actually did get bored, I would just ask my little brother if he wanted to play the game with me. He would obviously always say no, but after so much convincing, he finally gave in and gave it a shot. He instantly fell in love with the game, and now it's one of his favorite games. At least I think it is. He enjoyed the 8th one the most though, and now he tells me to rebuy it. I'm just waiting until it lowers down. 40 bucks for a game that's been out for quite a while, and it has 2 other releases in the series. Really, Nintendo? Number 7. Yes, another GameCube game, and that will be Mario's Little Brother's Big Adventure, and that's none other than Green Mario. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion was Luigi's first game that didn't suck ass. I'm looking at you, Mario's missing. And this game was actually very different from past Mario games, and that was unique in its own way, but also a very big turnoff to most gamers. Alas, at the time, I didn't really have the interwebs to tell me if the game was good or bad, so I just followed my gaming instincts. Plus, who doesn't love Luigi? He's just more relatable than Red Luigi, in my opinion. But I'm ranting here, so let me get down to business. Luigi's Mansion is so nostalgic for me because it was the first game that I've ever beat in under 6 hours. I basically beat it in one night. And after that, I beat it again, then like 5 more times, then an extra one. And then I played it like halfway through since it was getting kind of boring, then continued to play it after a week or so. And finally beat it one last time, just so that I can get that A rank in the final rating of the game. Ah, the memories. Number 6. What's better than a 3D Mario game? A 2D Mario game maybe? What Mario games might be in 2D? Well, there's the original Mario games, those are 2D. Well, how about a 2D Mario game with a 3D environment? And that's none other than Paper Mario. Super Paper Mario to be precise. And before you start to comment that Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is way better than this version of Paper Mario, and let me just say yes, that is true, and technically this was my first Paper Mario that I've ever played, but it was my cousin's, and he only let me borrow it for one night. The farthest that I managed to get was with this big dragon, but with Super Paper Mario, well, let's just say that once I got the game, I could not let go of it. And at the time, I wasn't a big fan of RPGs. Nowadays, it's one of my favorite genres in the gaming industry. But sadly, Super Paper Mario is just more nostalgic for me. Plus, this game has deep story, awesome music, and 2 of my favorite villains in the Mario games, Demento and Mr. L. I love these 2 so much that I decided to draw a picture for them, just for this video. Yeah, I know, it looks bad. I haven't been drawing lately, so yeah.
The entire world or card games? Tough choice.
There is no choice. Without card games, this world isn't worth living in.
You're right, you say. You know, you always were my favorite protagonist.
Right back at you, Yugi. It feels so good to know you'll be playing with me. No homo.
Yes. No homo indeed.
Continue. Game over.